Good evening, everyone. This is David Bradshaw, and I'm with Kathy Gillenwaters, and we are proud to host you for this 2011 edition of the Oak Ridge Christmas Parade. And Kathy, it's a wonderful night for this event.
It really is. Last year, I don't know if you remember or not, we sort of had to do this under the threat of rain the whole evening and just barely got through with the parade before it started to rain. But this year it's just beautiful. It's about 43 degrees, kind of perfect weather for an evening parade here in this beautiful, beautiful city.
And I tell you, this weather's bringing everybody out. There are folks up and down the turnpike already, have been for about the past hour and a half.
Right. We have about 125 entries this year for our parade. Also hearing reports that an awful lot of our organizations have gone above and beyond the call of duty and have just really brought their A game to put on their floats this year.
I tell you, 125 entries, and several of them will be fantastic, but we'll be seeing them at the same time you do here on TV. And let me say that the folks at M&M Productions USA are producing this, and we could not have such a great show for you on television without them. So we'd like to thank them. And Kathy, really, without the volunteers, we couldn't do this.
That's true. We've got parade marshals over at the lineup site making sure people get up in order and people find the floats they're supposed to be on and make sure that everybody has a safe and fun evening. We also have a panel of judges here to our left who are going to have the difficult task of determining which of these fantastic entries winds up winning some of the prizes for the parade.
Right, and we also couldn't do it without the police and public works department, and Kathy, really, the chamber sponsored this for more than 25 years, and
that's right.
we are thrilled for the chamber and their staff to be hosting this again.
It's our pleasure, it's our privilege to be able to do this for this wonderful community that we're part of.
Well, we are anticipating the start of the parade, and we will go to a short commercial break and see you on the other side.
Hello, I'm John Alley Jr., County Commissioner and Anderson County candidate for your property assessor. I'd like to wish everyone in Anderson County a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hey Santa, I've always wanted natural gas logs in my house.
ORUD sells and installs natural gas logs and hearth products.
Santa, I want a natural gas range for Christmas, but how would I get it installed?
ORUD sells and installs natural gas household appliances.
I need a new washer and gas dryer this year, Santa. I just don't know if I'll have enough Christmas money to buy them both.
ORUD offers financing at 0% interest.
My daddy wants a natural gas grill for Christmas. Do you know where we can get a grill?
ORUD.
I always have a lot of family and guests in for the holidays, and I get tired of taking a cold shower.
ORUD sells and installs tankless water heaters for an endless supply of hot water. Oak Ridge Utility District. Comfortable, responsible, natural gas.
I'm Terry Frank, and I'm running to serve as your next county mayor. There'll be plenty of time to talk politics next year. Today is about Christmas. If this season finds you as someone who is in need of a blessing, or if you're able to share blessings, remember the words of the one who told us, "In me you have peace." In the world, there will be tribulation, but be of good cheer. I've overcome the world. Remember the gift of the babe born into Mary this morning we call Christmas.
Looking for that perfect gift? Browse the well-stocked gift shop at Clinton Drugstore for Yankee candles, inspirational figurines and apparel, handbags, purses and carry-alls, volunteer sports-themed cups and merchandise, case knives, and so much more. The gift shop inside Clinton Drugstore is your one-stop shop for birthdays, anniversaries, and any gift-giving occasion. Stop in today.
Clinton Drugstore, the corner drugstore.
Do you have any scrap metal that you need to get rid of? PSC in Rockwood, Harriman, and Knoxville is the place to go. They pay top dollar for aluminum cans as well as copper. Their non-ferrous yard is located on South Front Avenue in Rockwood. Their ferrous yard is located between Rockwood and Harriman. And the Knoxville yard is open on Saturday. For more information or for current prices, call 354-2790 or 882-2720. That's PSC, employing local people and supporting our local schools.
Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm Warren Gooch, and I want to wish you the joy and blessings of this holiday season. This year is particularly special for our servicemen and women who are returning from military duty. Let's offer them a warm welcome home. Let's also remember those families whose loved ones cannot be with them and our neighbors in need as we extend the spirit of holiday giving. May your spirits be uplifted by faith and our Christmas traditions. I hope you enjoy the parade.
Rome Metals Group, we pay top dollar while you pocket many dollars when you bring your aluminum and scrap metal to Rome Metals Group, located in the industrial park between Rockwood and Harriman. If you want to check the latest prices, just call 354-4282. Rome Metals is easy and fast getting in and out with local people owning and operating this facility. And they are open on the 2nd and 4th Saturday, as well as Monday through Friday from 8 to 4:30 p.m. That's your local Rome Metals Group, 354-4282.
Hello, I am Tim Isbell, Anderson County Commissioner and candidate for mayor. At this time of the year, it's nice to pull aside and remember what really matters, the celebration of the birth of Jesus Christ. And remember to keep in your prayers our soldiers and their families that will be a part this holiday. I hope you and your family will have a most joyous Christmas season. God bless and Merry Christmas.
Hello, I'm John Alley Jr., County Commissioner and Anderson County candidate for your property assessor. I'd like to wish everyone in Anderson County a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
We'd like to welcome you back from that commercial break, and we are right at the very beginning. The first entry, our Oak Ridge Police Department, are right in front of us, and we have got the motorcycle crew.
Person.
And you know, I do think some of those mounted officers on motorcycles were from the Tennessee Highway Patrol and maybe the Anderson County Sheriff's Department.
You may be exactly right. Certainly all the law enforcement agencies in the area work together really well, and that helps keep us all safe. So that's a good thing. We're happy to have them participating in our parade as well.
And Kathy, there is that beautiful vintage Oak Ridge Police Department patrol car.
Isn't that neat?
And I love seeing that every year. It really is the signal that the parade the beginning of the parade has reached your spot.
Yes, that is very true. It's a neat car. It's I don't know. I just have a thing for old cars. I just think they're really neat. So.
And then following that vintage Oak Ridge Police Department car are several of the much more modern vehicles. And I don't know if you have done it, Kathy, but I've had the chance to do a police ride-along.
Right.
And I tell you what, you see the results of the police department's efforts, but really when you ride along with them and see really what they have to handle each and every day they're on the job, it just really heightens your appreciation. And you know, that's open to any citizen that would like to do that.
That's right. They've actually they've been recruiting from the community recently, asking for people to apply. I think, you know, you take a certain amount of pride in working for your own community, and you certainly know sort of the trouble spots and sort of the ins and outs of the community. So I think that's a good idea. That was another thing that the new chief wanted to really push, and had a big meeting, I know, recently where they sort of an informational session if you were interested in getting involved in that.
So if you're interested in any of that, ride along, or the volunteers for the police department, you can certainly go down and see the chief or anyone there at the police department, located in the municipal building right at Oak Ridge Turnpike and Tulane Avenue. That's
right. Following our police department, we are pleased to have the 844th Engineering Battalion serving as our color guard tonight. They are marching, of course, with the United States flag. David, you pointed out to me a little while ago that we have just passed the 70th anniversary of Pearl Harbor Day, which, of course, is a big reason that Oak Ridge kind of came to be.
Yeah, really, there was some of the work being done that eventually was completed in Oak Ridge before Pearl Harbor Day, but that's really truly a date that will live in infamy, because it started the process through which Oak Ridge was built the plants here were put together.
Right.
And so we really want to reach out and tell our armed forces, the men and women there, how much we appreciate them keeping our country free.
Absolutely, and a lot of them will be away from home for the holidays, and so, maybe provide some extra support for somebody who is home without their loved one this year, and write a letter, send a care package. They would certainly be appreciative of all of that, I'm sure.
You know what we're doing right now, having a parade at our own free will. If you want to enter, you can.
Yep.
You can't do that in every country, and
That's true.
It's our armed forces that have kept that freedom for us.
Absolutely.
Well, Kathy, I want you to take this next entry. It's a terrific one. I love the bands, and you and your family are active in with the Oak Ridge High School marching band.
We actually have a garage full of fruit right now. Like most bands, the Oak Ridge High School Wild Band participates in a fruit sale every year. There are about 130 students who are a part of this wonderful award-winning band. You can see several of them have really, really decorated their horns and their instruments. I see lots of twinkling lights on the horns. They have a trip to Universal Studios planned for this spring. They will go for a competition. They will get to meet with the Disney music people, and we'll get to record some music with them. There's also a concert of the Oak Ridge High School Band on Thursday night at Oak Ridge High School. It will be full of Christmas music. There'll be a jazz band performing. Just a great organization, a great bunch of kids too. If you ever wonder what the next generation is going to be like, just hanging around with a bunch of kids like this really gives you some confidence that it's all going to be okay. If you want more information on the band, you can go to www.wildband.org. They do have some fruit available, actually extra fruit too, so if you missed out on the fruit sale, you can check that website and find out how to get your fruit.
And I tell you what, that trombone section just sounds fantastic.
They are
tonight.
awesome, aren't they? Right now, here's the drums, but you're right, they are totally awesome. One of the lit-up trombones, I'm sure, belongs to me.
Well, Kathy, our next entry is very special. The grand marshals of our parade, Casey Kane and Zuwan Liu, and they are Oak Ridge High School students who were just announced this week as the national winners of the Siemens Math, Science, and Technology competition.
Right.
And not only is that prestigious, very difficult, very competitive, it comes with a nice cash prize.
It does. They will split a $100,000 scholarship to the school of their choice. They also, the day after they won, got to appear on Good Morning America, and they got to ring the New York Stock Exchange bell, I understand.
We won, Oak Ridge High School students won that last in 2006, so look out. USA, here comes Our School.
They did, and last year, as I recall, we also had winners in the regional competition.
That's right.
So,
our next float is Mayor Tom Behan, a good friend of both of ours. He was elected mayor in 2007, re-elected in 2009, and will serve at least until the fall of 2012.
Right.
We have just reworked when our elections will be held here in Oak Ridge,
Right.
and so a little break between elections.
Right. The idea is to try to get more people to turn out, so they're trying to coordinate them with presidential elections. Following Mayor Behan is Mayor Pro Tem Jane Miller. She has served as vice mayor of this community since 2007. And I love the boxes on the top of her car. She's very well lit up for an evening parade.
It takes a lot, you know that, with your husband serving on county commission and my service on council. It takes a lot to serve in those positions. We really appreciate them.
It does.
Speaking of city council, following Mayor Pro Tem Miller is City Councilman Charlie Hensley, and he's driving an original 1973 Mustang purchased by him in '72 from the former Dean Stallings Ford of Oak Ridge. I tell you what, I love it.
That's great. Along with Charlie, he's got some of the representatives of the Girls Incorporated with him. Others are walking behind him. The local Girls Incorporated is located at 1798 Oak Ridge Turnpike and is part of that national nonprofit youth organization. It's dedicated to inspiring all girls to be strong, smart, and bold. Girls Incorporated of Oak Ridge has served Anderson County for 35 years.
That's terrific.
After-school programs, summer camps, sports, just all kinds of great things that they've got going. About 26% of its annual funding comes from United Way, and the rest comes from grants and people like you.
Well, Kathy, I think we have a quorum because following Charlie Hensley is Chuck Hope, who was appointed to City Council,
right.
and He is the owner of Chuck's Car Care, and right now, if you come down for service, you can use one of his coupons for $20 off, or if you choose to turn in that coupon, he will donate that $20 to the Oak Ridge Playhouse, the Free Medical Clinic, or Emory Valley Center.
That's
great man.
Great. That's great. What a wonderful thing to be able to do at this for those great nonprofits in town. Myron Iwanski, who is serving as our current Anderson County Mayor, is next. He is not planning to run, but has just done a great job filling in he was appointed to that position.
That's right. And we'll have an election that will fill that term beginning in August 2012.
Right. Then Ron Woody, who is the Roane County Mayor. Ron and his daughter Madison are participating in this parade. I believe this is the first time he has been part of this parade. I could be mistaken on that.
Right. He was just recently elected. There was a lot of turnover in elected offices across Tennessee.
Right.
And Ron was elected at that point and is doing a great job in Roane County.
And we're happy to have them as part of our parade. Part of Oak Ridge does extend into Roane County, so it's a natural mix.
That's right. A lot of people don't realize about half of our city is in Roane County.
Yes.
And less than half of the people live there, but it's growing. So.
It is indeed. Snappy Tomato is coming right behind. The Magic of Christmas with Snappy himself, and they have many of their Snappy Tomato family members on that float. They've done a great job lighting it all up for the parade tonight.
Snappy Tomato has a great pizza bar. You can go in, and for just a little bit, you can have a lot of pizza. It's great right on the turnpike. Following them is the Shelter Animals Rescue Group, known as SARGE. Many of you know SARGE. They've been in existence since 1996, and they adopt dogs and cats from the Oak Ridge Animal Shelter and keep them in foster homes until they find the right permanent home.
Yeah.
And all of the animals that are out today, I believe, are available for adoption.
I know that the animal shelter has some that are up for adoption. I think the SARGE group may be folks who have adopted. In fact, I heard one of my neighbor dogs was going to be part of this. So
terrific.
Yes, it's a great organization. There are an awful lot of people who have adopted animals from that organization.
In fact, our city manager, Mark Watson, adopted a dog through SARGE last year.
That's right. That's right.
And we appreciate him taking care of the animals in our community.
Yes, and so all these next dogs are available for adoption. So if you see one you want, or you'd like to give it a permanent home over Christmas, just let them know, and they will be more than happy. Our young professionals are walking with SARGE. The Young Professionals of Oak Ridge is a part of the Oak Ridge Chamber of Commerce, and one of their big causes every year is a charity dog walk that they sponsor to help with the SARGE and the animal shelter. So, and they're hoping to work on trying to get a good dog park here in Oak Ridge as well.
Our Oak Ridge Animal Shelter serves not only Oak Ridge but Anderson County as well. So you can check Facebook under the Oak Ridge Animal Shelter, and you can see pictures of adoptable dogs and cats.
Yes. B&W Y-12 is our next entry. B&W Y-12 is the contractor for the National Nuclear Security Administration's Y-12 site. And their theme is a magical Christmas with Disney characters. Pinocchio, Jiminy Cricket, some fairies and wizards in a fantasy winter wonderland are all portrayed on this float.
I tell you what, that is a beautiful float, and
really nice.
One of my favorite parts of the parade is the taffy that B&W hands out, Y-12, and Dave Keim, their communications director, just came by and slipped us a little taffy here, so we're proud of that.
Don't eat any until we're done. I won't get you to help me at all speaking if you have that in your mouth. It is chewy, good stuff for sure. Workout Anytime is our next entry. It is a new organization to Oak Ridge, just been open a few months, and they are located here on the Turnpike at 1135 Oak Ridge Turnpike. They don't have any commitment. You pay $15 a month and go work out whenever you want to. So
they're in the former Blockbuster location, and I tell you, they had a lot of folks signing up. Hey, all right.
Oh, great. We've got some elves who brought us some things, too. Awesome. I think this is part of the Jackson Square Association. Jackson Square is one of our historic shopping centers, and it's experienced some new businesses taking place over there. They've got lots of elves on that float tonight. I believe that they may be part of the Elfdom Elves that have a new book out.
Yes, and There's a lot of activity in Jackson
Yes.
Square. The pharmacy has just been sold, and there's a lot of expectations for that.
Right.
And
I see the Razzleberries car. The Razzleberries theme is a pig. They make some of the best ice cream that you can imagine, and they just love pigs. So they have a van that looks just like a pig.
Following the Jackson Square Association is the Briarcliff Realty Services, LLC. They provide estate services for buyers, sellers, and rental property management. You can find more about them on the web at briarcliffrealtyservices.com.
Indeed. It looks to me like our next entry is the Oak Ridge Chiropractic. That's Dr. Blake and Dr. Autumn Harding. They have an office in Grove Center, which is another one of our historic shopping centers here. They offer the latest technologies in treatment of neck and back pain, and they have their mascot, who is Cairo the Coon, who wants to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. You can visit their website at www.oakridgechiropractors.com to find out more.
You know what? We mentioned Jackson Square and Grove Center. You know, we're really seeing a resurgence in our traditional shopping districts right now.
We have.
I tell you what, we have a chance to talk to a couple of our Siemens Award winners, and I'm going to step out of the way and let Kathy talk to them. Y'all step right on up here.
We're going to try to also keep an eye on the parade. We don't want to miss any of our wonderful members, so Cassie and Zawana, I'm probably going to interrupt myself quite a bit as we talk. We have Citizens First Bank coming along here, and they are located along the parade route. They've got branches in Wartburg, Oliver Springs, Oneida, and Harriman. So they are great members. So Cassie and Zawan, big winners here this week. Tell us a little bit about what your entry to the Siemens competition was.
Well, the project that we created for the Siemens competition was using the Kinect for Xbox 360 to analyze the way that people move. We had a very great experience with that, worked all the summer at Oak Ridge National Lab, and it was just an amazing experience.
Very neat. And you've just been to New York City, correct?
Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C.
And let me just interrupt for a minute, Kathy. Rolling Hills
right
Apartments, been in Oak Ridge for nearly 70 years. And our 22nd entry, the Anderson County Fairest of the Fair and the Tiny Miss pageants. The Fairest of the Fair, 3 to 4 age is Tiny Miss, Taylor Sherwood. 5 to 6 Tiny Miss, Hannah Lindsay. 7 to 9 Tiny Miss, Gracie Goodman. And Fairest of the Fair Princess is Adair Ott. Junior Fairest of the Fair is Cheyenne Grisham. And the Fairest of the Fair is Morgan Webster, who will represent us at the Tennessee Fairest of the Fair contest.
Great. Thank you, David. Thank you so much. So tell me what all you did while you were in Washington, D.C. as part of the Siemens competition.
Well, it was excellent. First, they let us relax first. They have an event. They invited actually Dave & Buster's and a partying organization to the hotel itself in order to organize a really fun party just for all of us to relieve the stress right before the competition itself. And then after that, things did get serious though. But although serious, it was very fun. We were quite well taken care of.
Wonderful. Now, how many other groups were there competing?
Well, for the total whole Siemens project, there were around 2,000 people who entered the project.
Around 2,000 people?
2,000 applicants this year. And then around about 30 teams and 30 individuals were chosen for the regional level.
Okay, I'm going to break in for just a minute here and let David tell us a little bit about what's going on with the parade.
We've just seen Briarcliff Healthcare Center float with Grinch decorations, and they do a great job in our community. And then ADFAC, the Aid to Distressed Families of Appalachian Counties, really do serve our community in ways that we couldn't have what we have in our community without them. Really taking care of families, promoting self-sufficiency, and helping with our lower income neighbors. So they were in a 1942 Willis military Jeep in the same condition it would have been during World War II.
Wow.
And I think those motorcycles you hear will be the Anderson County Toy Run.
They are. That's another great organization. They are in their 20th year of helping kids in Anderson County. They raise money through motorcycling events, corporate donations, and donations from the general public to fund making sure that children who are less fortunate wind up with toys around Christmas. So indeed, another really, really good organization here in the community.
And then we're just about caught up with entry number 27, it's a Hidalgo Mexican restaurant. And they're on the east end of the turnpike, and I can tell you we eat there a lot because they're my daughter Elizabeth's favorite restaurant.
I had heard a rumor like that for
That's
you, for sure. So just real quickly then, you also got to go, my understanding is go be on Good Morning America, right?
Not yet.
Not yet, that's coming up.
Yes, and hopefully in late January or early February, we're going to travel to New York City and get to ring the closing bell for the stock market, and hopefully then we'll be on some news shows out there as well.
Well, great. Well, congratulations to both of you. We're just thrilled to death for you, and it's time for us to take a commercial break, so we will be right back.
Hello, I'm John Alley Jr., County Commissioner and Anderson County candidate for your property assessor. I'd like to wish everyone in Anderson County a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hey Santa, I've always wanted natural gas logs in my house.
ORUD sells and installs natural gas logs and hearth products.
Santa, I want a natural gas range for Christmas, but how would I get it installed?
ORUD sells and installs natural gas household appliances.
I need a new washer and gas dryer this year, Santa. I just don't know if I'll have enough Christmas money to buy them both.
ORUD offers financing at 0% interest.
My daddy wants a natural gas grill for Christmas. Do you know where we can get a grill?
ORUD.
I always have a lot of family and guests in for the holidays, and I get tired of taking a cold shower.
ORUD sells and installs tankless water heaters for an endless supply of hot water. Oak Ridge Utility District. Comfortable, responsible, natural gas.
I'm Terry Frank, and I'm running to serve as your next county mayor. There'll be plenty of time to talk politics next year. Today is about Christmas. If this season finds you as someone who is in need of a blessing, or if you're able to share blessings, remember the words of the one who told us, "In me you have peace." In the world, there will be tribulation, but be of good cheer. I've overcome the world. Remember the gift of the babe born into Mary this morning we call Christmas.
Looking for that perfect gift? Browse the well-stocked gift shop at Clinton Drugstore for Yankee candles, inspirational figurines and apparel, handbags, purses and carry-alls, volunteer sports-themed cups and merchandise, case knives, and so much more. The gift shop inside Clinton Drugstore is your one-stop shop for birthdays, anniversaries, and any gift-giving occasion. Stop in today.
Clinton Drugstore, the corner drugstore.
Do you have any scrap metal that you need to get rid of? PSC in Rockwood, Harriman, and Knoxville is the place to go. They pay top dollar for aluminum cans as well as copper. Their non-ferrous yard is located on South Front Avenue in Rockwood. Their ferrous yard is located between Rockwood and Harriman. And the Knoxville yard is open on Saturday. For more information or for current prices, call 354-2790 or 882-2720. That's PSC, employing local people and supporting our local schools.
Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm Warren Gooch, and I want to wish you the joy and blessings of this holiday season. This year is particularly special for our servicemen and women who are returning from military duty. Let's offer them a warm welcome home. Let's also remember those families whose loved ones cannot be with them and our neighbors in need as we extend the spirit of holiday giving. May your spirits be uplifted by faith and our Christmas traditions. I hope you enjoy the parade.
Rome Metals Group, we pay top dollar while you pocket many dollars when you bring your aluminum and scrap metal to Rome Metals Group, located in the industrial park between Rockwood and Harriman. If you want to check the latest prices, just call 354-4282. Rome Metals is easy and fast getting in and out with local people owning and operating this facility. And they are open on the 2nd and 4th Saturday, as well as Monday through Friday from 8 to 4:30 p.m. That's your local Rome Metals Group, 354-4282.
Hello, I am Tim Isbell, Anderson County Commissioner and candidate for mayor. At this time of the year, it's nice to pull aside and remember what really matters, the celebration of the birth of Jesus Christ. And remember to keep in your prayers our soldiers and their families that will be a part this holiday. I hope you and your family will have a most joyous Christmas season. God bless and Merry Christmas.
Hello, I'm John Alley Jr., County Commissioner and Anderson County candidate for your property assessor. I'd like to wish everyone in Anderson County a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
All right, welcome back to the Oak Ridge Parade. We are back with Life Point Church. They are located at Mariner Point in Clinton. They are having a rockin' Christmas. They have a electric guitar on their float, very well done, as they are celebrating Christmas at their church. You can find out more information about them at www.lifepointtn.com.
And Kathy, we mentioned those vintage vehicles,
We're
starting a row of them with a 1967 Mercury Cougar XR7. That's entry number 30, and those were produced from 1967 to 2002. And they didn't have a lot of trim packages in, but that one looks fantastic.
It does, and right behind them, more cars, Tennessee Valley Mustang Club. Mustangs are one of those cars that has just been around forever and just never seems to lose its appeal. They are dedicated to the preservation and enjoyment of all Mustangs and Shelby autos. They have 2 other objectives: to support local charities and promote mutual support of all car clubs. They meet the 4th Monday of each month at Shoney's on Level Road, and their web address is www.tnvalleymustangclub.org.
And I tell you what, there's a lot of horsepower in each of those cars, and the
There
Mustang
really
is
is.
such a classic American vehicle.
Yes.
Known around the world.
Yes, it's just something that's kind of never gone out of style.
I tell you, some of the 2010-11 models are just sharp looking.
Very much so, very much so. In fact, the car that Cassie and Zawan were traveling in was a newer version of a Mustang as well.
It sure was great talking to them. I tell you, the ability of some young people in our community just never ceases to amaze me.
It is incredible. All right, Ten Bank has been part of Anderson County. They've been voted #1 bank in Anderson County for 14 years in a row. They are Ten Bank is your hometown bank. Why bank anywhere else? Their theme is the Polar Express. It's actually the Ten Bank Express. They've got a train as part of that, and some of the ladies who served on the train, you remember, David, in the movie for the Polar Express, they've got their trays and they're walking along serving people candy along the route.
I remember that. That's a great movie. In fact, this is a time of year when you can pull out those old DVDs and watch those Christmas Story and Christmas Vacation and all the Charlie Brown and the stories from them. I can't wait to do that.
Oh, it's been, yes, and you can flip on the TV just about every night and catch one of your favorites. It's really a lot of fun.
Following Ten Bank is the National Fitness Center, which is located on Briarcliff Avenue, and the folks there are hoping that you will have a merry and healthy Christmas. To help you get there, they're offering a free 12 days of fitness. 12 days of fitness, Kathy. You got that. Okay. There's no purchase necessary. Stop by and see how easy it is to look and feel your best. And they have a wonderful facility.
Well, I'm going to need to do something after all of the wonderful holiday eating I've been doing lately. I'm not willing to not eat, but I'll pay for it later, I suppose. Alpha House is right behind them. They are a faith-based transitional home for women. For more information on them, please visit alphahousinc.net. They have a 1949 Buick, another one of those classic cars with a passenger and driver who are dressed in period clothing. So they dressed up to go along with that. They were also planning maybe some smart cars. Looks like we've got a VW Bug and some other folks with them.
This just puts everybody in the spirit. You hear people they'll come running up to us and say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, and this really is kind of the kickoff to the Christmas season here in Oak Ridge.
It is, and it kind of speaks to what Oak Ridge is all about. Oak Ridge, in many ways, is very cosmopolitan to be the size that it is. It's a town of about 27,000 people. And people, but we have lots and lots of opportunities in town that other communities our size really don't have.
Well, following them is the Eckert Chiropractic Center, and our family's actually used them, and they've done a great job helping my wife get some kinks out of her back. And
nice.
Clark Eckert is a member of my Rotary Club, and they do decompression, hydrotherapy, massage, and then just traditional chiropractic care. So, in fact, speaking of Clark Eckert, here he comes now.
Candy,
all right.
More candy, yay. Behind the Eckert Chiropractic Float is the Disabled American Veterans. This is the Tri-County Organization for Anderson, Morgan, and Roane, Chapter 26. They are on a mission to identify and support all local service-connected disabled vets and their families. They meet at 6 p.m. the first Tuesday of every month and on Kingston Avenue in Oliver Springs. So we certainly appreciate all of their hard work and are glad to have them participate in our parade this year.
This is one of my favorite floats.
I know.
Is the Oliver Springs High School Bass Club.
That's great.
They were here last year, and they're sponsored by the Tennessee Bass Federation. The club fishes regular two-man team tournaments throughout the school year and earns points and awards, trophies for the points champion at the end of the year. You can call them at 604-3940, and of no surprise to me, they're pulling a bass boat.
They're pulling a bass boat. Amazing. Following them is the Oak Ridge Convention and Visitors Bureau, very important to our community. They also have with them the Model A Club of East Tennessee, but the Convention and Visitors Bureau brings visitors to Oak Ridge from all over the world. They promote our history and heritage, natural beauty, and recreational activities. You can visit them at the Welcome Center at traffic light number 11. The staff is Katie Brown, Debbie Booty, Susan Welch, and Nikki Reynolds. They are celebrating the holiday season with the Tennessee Model A Club.
You know, and that club is about 110 families.
Wow.
Really, they've been together for about the past 20 years. They've got a very good website. And one thing I want to mention about Katie Brown, she was just awarded the Postma Young Professional
Award.
Award.
Quite an honor.
And we are very proud of her, and Buzz Patrick won along with her of Omega Services.
Very, very well-deserving people in our community. We now have the ETFS Battered Women's Shelter of Oak Ridge, which is sponsored by Deb's and Betty's Upholstery and Drapery Shop. Looks like they've got Santa's sleigh going there. Lots of elves to help Santa on his journey, I do believe, with that group.
Tell you what, when you're a kid and you get to ride on the float in the parade,
It doesn't get any better. No,
right.
it just really doesn't get any
better.
better.
That's a great looking group of kids.
Indeed. Glad to have them.
Right behind them is the Prestige Lawn Care Service float. They are professional lawn care service, family operated. They like to address to great satisfaction the needs of their customers. They do lawn care, landscaping, extensive work with building retaining walls, patios, fire pits, irrigation systems, and you can contact them at prestigelawn@comcast.net.
Great. I see the Indian Guides and Indian Princesses coming along behind them. It's a great organization. David, I don't know if you and your girls participated in this. My husband and my boys did Indian Guides for a little while. It is a great father-son, father-daughter program. Fathers are so important in their kids' lives. I think sometimes they don't realize how important, but this is a way for fathers and daughters and fathers and sons to have some really intentional together time. They've been active in Oak Ridge for nearly 50 years, and they are available in the city of Oak Ridge for boys in kindergarten through 4th grade and Indian Princesses for girls in kindergarten through the 4th grade.
You know, I was in Indian Guides.
I was an Indian Princess.
What was your name?
I was Smiling Sun.
I was Little Walking Stick.
And my dad was Laughing Cloud. What was your dad?
He was Big Walking Stick.
Okay.
I think my brother was Little Pack Rat. Something like that.
I could name some people Pack Rat.
Following them is Beach Park Baptist Church, located just outside of Oak Ridge. They have something for everyone. And if you're looking for our church home, come visit them on Sunday mornings for a time of worship. And you can check out their website at www.beachpark.org, and that's B-E-E-C-H park.org.
Yep, we're glad to have them as part of it. I hear lots of music coming from their float. Looks like they've done a good job of decorating. They are they've got their drama team. Their drama team is named Mission Statement, who are there reenacting the birth of Jesus, which of course is a big reason for why this season is celebrated among Christians around the world.
And I tell you what, that is some very good
look
singing.
at that. Yeah, look, they've got all the, you see the gloves kind of glowing in the dark there. That may be part of their drama team as well. Very neat. They've got a big entry going here. Church buses and golf carts. They've really turned out in force tonight to be part of our parade. We sure are glad to have them here and enjoy their participation.
You know, it's interesting, along the turnpike here, that if you notice, a lot of what most cities would consider prime commercial real estate are located churches in Oak Ridge, and that's just the way when the government began to turn over the property, that's where they were.
That's
and
right.
It really makes our turnpike a beautiful sight to see.
It does. It gives it a lot of green space and just lots of, and for evenings like this or watching the fireworks, it's perfect because all those church lawns are just great to go sit on to participate in these community events. Again, that's one of the things that I think makes Oak Ridge so unique. I know lots of communities have that kind of feeling about them, but it's just small enough so that you feel like you know everybody, but big enough that you can get some good arts experiences and other things.
Following Beach Park is the Backyard Bouncers, located in Clinton, Tennessee, and they are an inflatable party rental business serving Anderson and surrounding counties. And if you've got a kid, I'm sure they have been to a bounce party and had a good time. You can reach them at 566-JUMP, and they will take care of your bounce party needs.
Your bounce, and that is a need. Our next entry is by Donald and Dora Justice. They have a 1966 Chevy pickup truck, which is blue and white, and then a 1939 Chevy sedan car. They enter this parade every year, David, and they just say they do it just because they enjoy being in parades.
Well, it's great to see classic cars like that taken care of, and you know, you don't see that many trucks, and that is a terrific looking classic Chevrolet pickup truck, and
complete with fuzzy dice. I don't know if you noticed that or not.
I did not notice that.
Complete with fuzzy dice. Next is the Emory Valley Center. They are driving their brand new bus. David, take a look at that. That is their brand new bus. We were just told about it the other day. The Emory Valley Center provides much needed assistance for people with developmental delays and issues. They've been participating in quite a fundraising campaign this last year. The facility that they're housed in is not going to be available for that much longer, so they're trying to build a facility. It has met the needs of families of people with developmental issues for years and years. So it's good to see the community turn out and help them. There was a big fundraiser at the high school this fall called Take It Home Tennessee, which I think included anybody and everybody in Oak Ridge who's ever performed in anything.
And I tell you, our family attended that, and we were amazed at the talent.
Wasn't it amazing?
We are thankful that the Emory Valley Center is expanding right near their location. The county has worked with them to provide them property for that.
Next, we have the Tennessee Llama community. The Oak Ridge area llama owners. Now, who knew that around Oak Ridge you have a lot of llama owners, but there are.
They're in our parade every year.
They are in our parade every year. They are beautiful and intelligent animals. They are companion animals used as pack stock, a source of warm, non-allergenic fiber, and guardians for small livestock. They can also be trained to pull a cart. Really, really neat animals. Scott and I my husband and I walked up to Mount LeConte and back down a couple of years ago and past the llamas. That's the only way they can get supplies in and out of the lodge up there at Mount LeConte. And we just sort of had to get off the path and let them keep right on trucking. They were on a mission.
Following the llamas is Learning Ally. They help students succeed in school by providing audio versions of textbooks for students that need accessible audio. And volunteers help them record these textbooks, and you can help these students by volunteering. And they are driving some smart cars, which...
and handing out Smarties.
That makes sense. You can park smart cars either parallel or straight in.
That's true.
I guess if you don't like the parallel park, a smart card is for you.
I guess, well, then I probably need one. But they are handing those out, and they're doing that because they are helping people find their smarts.
I like that.
Very nice.
Right behind them is the Metro Bonding Company. If you or your loved one, unfortunately, is arrested, you can give them a call, and they will help you with that situation. And you can visit them on their website at metrobondingcompany.com or check them out on Facebook. And their 14-foot float is decorated blue and white with Elvis and a theme of, you guessed it, Elvis's Blue Christmas.
Elvis's Blue Christmas. Behind them is Misty Mountain Weddings. Misty Mountain Weddings, all occasions, parties, banquets, catering, and get-togethers with a new reception hall. They have a little chapel on the back of their float as part of their chapel.
Following the chapel is Papa Murphy's Take and Bake Pizza, and if you've not had a chance to do that, it is a great family experience. You pick out your pizza, you pick out your toppings, and you take it home, and it's ready in just a few minutes, hot and piping out of your own
Mr. Slice
oven.
on the back waving at everybody.
All right. Yeah, I don't remember him from cartoon days.
I don't either, but you know we're antiques now.
That's
so
right. So maybe my daughters remember Mr. Slice.
Maybe they do. Next we have Robertsville Baptist Church. They have been making a difference for Christ in the Oak Ridge community for over 65 years. They're located at 251 Robertsville Road next to Robertsville Middle School. The church can be contacted at 483-1313. They help those in need with a clothes closet and a hot meal every Monday night. They've got a choir singing carols, and they've got a lot of things going.
You know, Kathy, that's another thing that when you're an elected official, you realize that the government really shouldn't do it all for you, and organizations like churches really do fill in the gap.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back.
Hello, I'm John Alley Jr., County Commissioner and Anderson County candidate for your property assessor. I'd like to wish everyone in Anderson County a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hey Santa, I've always wanted natural gas logs in my house.
ORUD sells and installs natural gas logs and hearth products.
Santa, I want a natural gas range for Christmas, but how would I get it installed?
ORUD sells and installs natural gas household appliances.
I need a new washer and gas dryer this year, Santa. I just don't know if I'll have enough Christmas money to buy them both.
ORUD offers financing at 0% interest.
My daddy wants a natural gas grill for Christmas. Do you know where we can get a grill?
ORUD.
I always have a lot of family and guests in for the holidays, and I get tired of taking a cold shower.
ORUD sells and installs tankless water heaters for an endless supply of hot water. Oak Ridge Utility District. Comfortable, responsible, natural gas.
I'm Terry Frank, and I'm running to serve as your next county mayor. There'll be plenty of time to talk politics next year. Today is about Christmas. If this season finds you as someone who is in need of a blessing, or if you're able to share blessings, remember the words of the one who told us, "In me you have peace." In the world, there will be tribulation, but be of good cheer. I've overcome the world. Remember the gift of the babe born into Mary this morning we call Christmas.
Looking for that perfect gift? Browse the well-stocked gift shop at Clinton Drugstore for Yankee candles, inspirational figurines and apparel, handbags, purses, and carry-alls, volunteer sports-themed cups and merchandise, case knives, and so much more. The gift shop inside Clinton Drugstore is your one-stop shop for birthdays, anniversaries, and any gift-giving occasion. Stop in today.
Clinton Drugstore, the corner drugstore.
Do you have any scrap metal that you need to get rid of? PSC in Rockwood, Harriman, and Knoxville is the place to go. They pay top dollar for aluminum cans as well as copper. Their non-ferrous yard is located on South Front Avenue in Rockwood. Their ferrous yard is located between Rockwood and Harriman. And the Knoxville yard is open on Saturday. For more information or for current prices, call 354-2790 or 882-2720. That's PSC, employing local people and supporting our local schools.
Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm Warren Gooch, and I want to wish you the joy and blessings of this holiday season. This year is particularly special for our servicemen and women who are returning from military duty. Let's offer them a warm welcome home. Let's also remember those families whose loved ones cannot be with them and our neighbors in need as we extend the spirit of holiday giving. May your spirits be uplifted by faith and our Christmas traditions. I hope you enjoy the parade.
Rome Metals Group, we pay top dollar while you pocket many dollars when you bring your aluminum and scrap metal to Rome Metals Group, located in the industrial park between Rockwood and Harriman. If you want to check the latest prices, just call 354-4282. Rome Metals is easy and fast getting in and out with local people owning and operating this facility. And they are open on the 2nd and 4th Saturday, as well as Monday through Friday from 8 to 4:30 p.m. That's your local Rome Metals Group, 354-4282.
Hello, I am Tim Isbell, Anderson County Commissioner and candidate for mayor. At this time of the year, it's nice to pull aside and remember what really matters, the celebration of the birth of Jesus Christ. And remember to keep in your prayers our soldiers and their families that will be a part this holiday. I hope you and your family will have a most joyous Christmas season. God bless and Merry Christmas.
Hello, I'm John Alley Jr., County Commissioner and Anderson County candidate for your property assessor. I'd like to wish everyone in Anderson County a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And we're back here at the 2011 edition of the Oak Ridge Christmas Parade, and you know we've got an election for mayor coming up and next year, and there will be no incumbent, so it will be an exciting election. And along with that election for mayor is a property assessor election, and so Johnny Alley is an entry in this year's parade. He's a Republican candidate for the Anderson County property assessor, and his float is a white Christmas float with the Have a Doggone Merry Christmas theme. I like that.
Very nice. Behind him is Sitel. They are an outsourced customer service and technical support provider. You can obtain more information about them at their website, which is sitel.com. They are currently hiring, which is good news for folks who maybe are looking for a job right now. Can give them a contact and see what you can work out with them.
Following Sitel is the Soccer Club of Oak Ridge, better known as SCORE, and the purpose of SCORE is to educate, develop, promote, and administer the sport of soccer among youth players in Oak Ridge and the neighboring communities. SCORE organizes and puts together soccer teams and provides quality training at an affordable cost. And if you're interested, you can go to www.scoresoccer.org.
They have 2 or 3 teams participating this year. We kind of merged them all into one, but they've got, I know one of the things that was mentioned was the tournament champion under 10 girls are on this float somewhere. So congratulations to the under 10 champion girls team. And they've got another float. They had 2 entries because there's so many kids who are involved in this great organization. So they're coming up on 2 there.
You know, soccer is a sport that was really just getting started when we were growing up, and I wasn't a big fan of soccer growing up, but I tell you what, watching our kids play now is it is a great, healthy sport.
It is.
And it is fun to watch.
We have some soccer players at my house too. TransTech European Auto Repair has been serving the greater Oak Ridge area since 1982. They can be reached at transtech.info or call them at 482-6880 to set up your appointment. Their theme, did you read what their theme is?
I like it.
Presents got run over by a Volvo.
I tell you,
instead of Grandma got run over.
Can we get a close-up? I tell you what, you look at the back of that float, and that is something got run over by a Volvo.
That Volvo did some pretty serious damage.
I like that. Following that train wreck so to speak.
Or Volvo Wreck.
Volvo Wreck is WKVL AM 850 Country Radio. They're East Tennessee's largest AM station, playing genuine country classics from the 40s through today. And you can go to www.wkvl.com.
We are glad to have them participate. They called just the other day to see if they could participate and help us promote the parade. We were happy to have them be a part of this with us this year. I believe that this next one is Terry Frank for County Mayor. As David mentioned, we'll be having an election for County Mayor this next year. And Terry Frank is running on the Republican ticket. She and her husband Lee own and operate Nature's Marketplace here in Oak Ridge, which is a great restaurant down on the East End. They live in Clinton with their 3 sons, Atticus, Davis, and Avery, and want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. We're happy to have them.
Looks like Terry's out in front of the truck handing out candy. So
good for her. We have asked people to hand candy out rather than throw candy. We just find that the little children get a little too excited about that. This looks like.
Following candidate Frank is.
This is All About You Hair Salon.
Yeah, All About You Hair Salon, located in Jackson Square. They're a full-service salon offering hair, nails, and skin care. And Christina Coleman and staff want to wish everyone a blessed and safe holiday. And I can tell you that's where the females in my house get their hair done.
Oh, excellent.
They really like going to see
Another good place over in Jackson Square.
Christina.
It appears that behind them is our Elks Lodge. And the Elks Lodge is a drug awareness program. The Benevolent and Protective Order of the Elks is the largest volunteer drug awareness program in the United States. So they have, as part of their entry, also a 1950 Mercury, a 1961 Corvette. Oh, those are coming up right behind. Boy, those are beautiful cars, aren't they?
When somebody that knows how to take care of a vehicle restores one, they are as good as the showroom floor.
They really are. They're going to be just as good as new. Let's see.
And right behind those vintage cars is the Cartridge World of Oak Ridge, located at 1171 Oak Ridge Turnpike. And their motto is, why buy a cartridge when all you need is ink? So if you will come by there, the owner of that store is a super individual, and he will look at what you need and tell you what he can do to take care of it. And so Cartridge World here in Oak Ridge.
Okay.
I believe right behind Cartridge World is Cash Express, and here in Oak Ridge, and following them is the Oak Ridge City Electric Department. They have a bucket truck and a line truck decorated with electric lights. Imagine that.
Imagine that.
And they have riders and walkers, and I tell you what, whenever there's a storm or snow or ice, these men and women are some of the first ones out working to restore your power, and they are out in all elements at the worst times, and so we can only tell them how much we appreciate their efforts.
You know, they're also they use Facebook very effectively when things like that are happening. They will, you know, update people on Facebook about how long they think the power will be out and that kind of thing. It's kind of a handy way to do that for folks who have a smartphone, maybe, who are out of power.
That's a good idea. I like that.
Next, we have Cub Scout Pack number 222. They are from Grand Oaks Elementary. Glad to have them here. We have several Cub Scout and Boy Scout packs here all together. That's a great organization. Were you a Boy Scout when you were growing up?
I was a Cub Scout and a Weeblo.
Very nice. Very nice.
And following Pack 222 is Pack 226, which is based at Linden Elementary School. They have their entry was decorated by the Cub Scouts with a little help from their parents. And they've decided to show some of their favorite things about scouting, about camping and the outdoors as a theme. And the trailer was provided by the Elza Gate Body Shop on the East End, and wood carvings provided by Cowboy Vet Carving.
Very nice. Behind them is yet another Cub Scout pack. This one is pack 328. It is sponsored by the Trinity Men of First United Methodist Church, and it is for boys who are 8 to 11 years old. They have some younger Cub Scouts riding, and the older Cub Scouts are walking along behind them, helping to hand out candy. So glad to have all of these Scouts active in our community. Scouting is just such a wonderful opportunity. You know, you watch some of these boys go all the way through and become Eagle Scouts, and gosh, there's some amazing statistic about how many people who have been President of the United States were Eagle Scouts, and you know, they just really grow up to be just tremendous, tremendous young men, and it's certainly a family commitment to be involved in scouting. And
well, I tell you, our community, by the time you get to be a Eagle Scout, the projects that are done in our community are long-standing testaments to that career in scouting.
That is true. We have Faith Baptist Church right behind all of our Cub Scout entries. They are located at 99 Arkansas Avenue here in Oak Ridge, and their phone number is 483-3853. They have depicted a family setting in a living room scene with children from the children's ministry gathered around the fireplace.
Right behind Faith Baptist Church is Keith Powell Heating and Cooling right here in Oak Ridge, voted the best heating and air conditioning company in Anderson County for 2011. They're located on the east end at 585 Oak Ridge Turnpike, and they provide sales, service, and installation of all your home comfort needs. You can learn about their business by visiting them online at keithpowellheatingandcooling.com.
And you spell all of that out. All right, number 72 here, Marlow I'll try that again. The Marlow Volunteer Fire Department. They are a 100% volunteer fire department with 25 firefighters. Their members provide fire protection to 10,000 residents in a 65 square mile area of Anderson County. Volunteers are always needed to help with fighting fire or the business aspect of the department. So you can visit their website at marlowfire.org.
I tell you what, if you think about 25 firefighters who clearly can't always be on duty together, filling in for 10,000 residents, that's a big job.
It is a big job. A lot of the communities surrounding Oak Ridge have volunteer firefighters, and it's it is something you can just truly volunteer. They'll train you, they'll teach you how to do what you need to do, and you provide a huge service.
Following the fire department is the Grove Center Merchants and Historic Grove Center in Oak Ridge. A wonderful looking float.
Got a gazebo on it.
With a horse-drawn carriage. And of course, Grove Center is one of the 2 historic shopping districts, and we were talking a little earlier, you're seeing a resurgence in both of these areas. And you know, I think it's people like to get back to traditional shopping, and that's 2 traditional shopping centers, and I think that's one reason you're seeing a difference.
Some very unique shops there. You're not just hitting the chain stores. The Greenfield Senior Living is riding along in their bus. Lots of the residents like to get out and be part of the parade and see all the people lined up alongside, and we enjoy having them come be part of the parade every year. Ridgepoint Church has been meeting in the Tinseltown Theater for the last 3 years. They are moving. They have purchased a permanent location in Solway at 8000 River Drive. They'll be having Christmas Eve service on Friday, December the 23rd at 6:30 p.m. Their first official Sunday will be January 1st, so visit them at ridgepointchurch.net.
Following them is Royce Hillside Town and Garden Apartments in Greenview Village, and they have 1, 2, and 3 bedroom apartments and townhouses available for rent. Greenview Village has 3 and 4 bedroom houses also for rent. For more information, contact them at 483-2008.
Okay, next I believe I see the Sunburst Pee-wee Queen for 2011. Lelona Deshay Bell is the 2011 Sunburst Pee-wee Queen. She will be representing Anderson County in the 2012 Tennessee-Kentucky State Finals in May of 2012. She is a first grader at Claxton Elementary School, and blessed by many friends and family.
And she is followed by The Attitude, a new nonprofit for independent dance squad and color guard from Morgan County, Tennessee. Anyone interested in joining or donating can check them out on Facebook. That's called The Attitude.
That's right. Behind them, you'll see some people skating. That's from the Tri-County Roll Arena. They have been in business for 17 years in Oliver Springs. They can be found at rollarenatn.com.
You know, and I've been to a few a church event and some birthday parties there, and it's kind of fun. You realize, though, unfortunately, we are, as antiques, I don't roller skate quite as well as when I was 12.
And you don't fall quite as well either.
No,
That's really the sad part. It's not so much the skating I have trouble with, it's the falling.
Following them is the United Church of Compassion. It's non-denominational, located in Oliver Springs at 5220 Harriman Highway. You can reach them at 293-9036.
Vernon's Burnings is next. It is a family-owned barbecue business. They have, watch these lights. It's all coordinated with the music, David. I think that is so cool. They have a mobile kitchen and do catering and events for the Anderson County area. And I really like the way the music is kind of going along with the lights on that car. That took quite a bit of time, I feel sure.
Takes a lot of work. Somebody's put that together.
That is above my pay grade.
Following them is the dirt track race kart driver. Dirt track kart racing is fun for all ages. There are 2 local tracks that offer Saturday night racing throughout the year. Dumpling Valley Raceway, visit thevalleyraceway.com, and Ashway Speedway, visit ashwayspeedway.net. And this entry is a modified 5-horsepower Briggs & Stratton motor that runs on methanol.
Very nice, very green.
A go-kart that runs on methanol. But it has a motor restrictor plate.
I bet so. The East Roane County Volunteer Fire Department, another one of our volunteer fire departments in the area. They are a nonprofit organization providing fire protection and medical response to the citizens of East Roane County. They cover 90 square miles and operate out of 5 stations. They have a 1978 Chevy fire truck built by Alexis Fire Equipment and previously served in Hudson, Illinois. A lot of volunteer fire departments will get retired fire trucks from other communities.
I do know the city of Oak Ridge has done that, has donated their equipment to volunteer fire departments.
Right.
Right behind them is the New Mountain View Baptist Church. You can contact David Breeden at 206-2146 or check them on the web at, or send him an email at dbreeden@rayvarnerford.com.
They've got a golf cart coming along as part of their entry as well. The Oak Ridge Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority is next. They are a nonprofit organization of college-educated women. They provide assistance and support through established programs in the local communities.
You know, I see them do a lot, and I think that's terrific. Right behind the sorority is Quality Auto Transport, LLC. They're a small, locally owned and operated business. You can reach them at 755-0147 for transport and towing needs. And they are in a Ford F650 rollback.
Very nice. Salon 327, did we talk about them? Salon 327 wants to be your salon. They can be found on Facebook or at salon327.com. They've got a great entry for us.
And right behind them is Ida Miller Plumbing, owned and operated by Oak Ridge residents Trent and Lee Ann Ida Miller. They were founded in October of 2009. They perform residential and commercial plumbing services to Oak Ridge and the surrounding cities. And you can reach them at 388-9102, or you can visit them at www.eideplumbing.com. And their entry this year is their fleet of service vehicles decorated in lights. And I tell you what, for a plumbing company that was just founded in 2009, that's a good looking set of service vehicles.
That really is, and they are Oak Ridge residents as well, so a locally owned and kind of homegrown business there. With the Girl Scouts of Oak Ridge, the Girl Scouts of Southern Appalachians Council. Girl Scouts help build girls of courage, confidence, and character who make the world a better place. Girl Scout USA, I'm sorry, this is Girl Scoutcsa.org. So check them out there.
Their float is a 30-foot gooseneck trailer pulled by a pickup truck. And that is a stout pickup truck because that gooseneck trailer is absolutely full of
Girl
kids.
Scouts everywhere. Isn't that awesome? Great, great organization. It's nice to see so many girls involved in that. And again, it's a big family commitment when you participate in something like that. It can't just be the girl. It just involves the whole family.
And you know, coming up on March 12th of next year is the 100th anniversary of Girl Scouting in the USA. So they're
really neat.
Preparing for that celebration.
Matheny Professional Yard Service is next. They provide lawn care, minor tree services, gutter cleaning, pressure washing, and all kinds of seasonal services. You can schedule an appointment by calling 803-8102. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back to show you some more interesting things here at the Oak Ridge Parade.
Hello, I'm John Alley Jr., County Commissioner and Anderson County candidate for your property assessor. I'd like to wish everyone in Anderson County a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hey Santa, I've always wanted natural gas logs in my house.
ORUD sells and installs natural gas logs and hearth products.
Santa, I want a natural gas range for Christmas, but how would I get it installed?
ORUD sells and installs natural gas household appliances.
I need a new washer and gas dryer this year, Santa. I just don't know if I'll have enough Christmas money to buy them both.
ORUD offers financing at 0% interest.
My daddy wants a natural gas grill for Christmas. Do you know where we can get a grill?
ORUD.
I always have a lot of family and guests in for the holidays, and I get tired of taking a cold shower.
ORUD sells and installs tankless water heaters for an endless supply of hot water. Oak Ridge Utility District. Comfortable, responsible, natural gas.
I'm Terry Frank, and I'm running to serve as your next county mayor. There'll be plenty of time to talk politics next year. Today is about Christmas. If this season finds you as someone who is in need of a blessing, or if you're able to share blessings, remember the words of the one who told us, "In me you have peace." In the world, there will be tribulation, but be of good cheer. I've overcome the world. Remember the gift of the babe born into Mary this morning we call Christmas.
Looking for that perfect gift? Browse the well-stocked gift shop at Clinton Drugstore for Yankee candles, inspirational figurines and apparel, handbags, purses, and carry-alls, volunteer sports-themed cups and merchandise, case knives, and so much more. The gift shop inside Clinton Drugstore is your one-stop shop for birthdays, anniversaries, and any gift-giving occasion. Stop in today.
Clinton Drugstore, the corner drugstore.
Do you have any scrap metal that you need to get rid of? PSC in Rockwood, Harriman, and Knoxville is the place to go. They pay top dollar for aluminum cans as well as copper. Their non-ferrous yard is located on South Front Avenue in Rockwood. Their ferrous yard is located between Rockwood and Harriman. And the Knoxville yard is open on Saturday. For more information or for current prices, call 354-2790 or 882-2720. That's PSC, employing local people and supporting our local schools.
Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm Warren Gooch, and I want to wish you the joy and blessings of this holiday season. This year is particularly special for our servicemen and women who are returning from military duty. Let's offer them a warm welcome home. Let's also remember those families whose loved ones cannot be with them and our neighbors in need as we extend the spirit of holiday giving. May your spirits be uplifted by faith and our Christmas traditions. I hope you enjoy the parade.
Rome Metals Group. We pay top dollar while you pocket many dollars when you bring your aluminum and scrap metal to Rome Metals Group, located in the industrial park between Rockwood and Harriman. If you want to check the latest prices, just call 354-4282. Rome Metals is easy and fast getting in and out with local people owning and operating this facility. And they are open on the 2nd and 4th Saturday, as well as Monday through Friday from 8 to 4:30 p.m. That's your local Rome Metals Group, 354-4282.
Hello, I am Tim Isbell, Anderson County Commissioner and candidate for mayor. At this time of the year, it's nice to pull aside and remember what really matters, the celebration of the birth of Jesus Christ. And remember to keep in your prayers our soldiers and their families that will be a part this holiday. I hope you and your family will have a most joyous Christmas season. God bless and Merry Christmas.
Hello, I'm John Alley Jr., County Commissioner and Anderson County candidate for your property assessor. I'd like to wish everyone in Anderson County a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And we're back for the 2011 Oak Ridge Christmas Parade, and with me is Parker Hardy, President of the Oak Ridge Chamber of Commerce. And Parker, this is a great community event. The Chamber puts this together every year, and we just want to say we appreciate that.
Well, thank you very much. We love doing it. This is one of these things that we think it's a great opportunity for the Chamber to give something back to the town, and I can't think of a more fun way to do it.
Well, I know that it takes a lot of work to make that happen, and your entire staff practically is out here volunteering.
They'll work the whole day today. They've been at it since around 1 o'clock this afternoon, and but you got to give a lot of credit also to the volunteers. There are just dozens and dozens of volunteers, every age, every walk of life, every profession. Some who have done it for 15 and 20 years.
And I'm going to jump in and interrupt you just for a second,
spirit.
Parker, just so that we can kind of keep up. We have just had the Solurette family, their children Maria, Peter, and Thomas, help them decorate a float entitled The Wizards of Winter. And we appreciate them coming and participating. This is also St. Mary's Cub Scout Pack 329, and they are right along with the St. Mary's Catholic School and Church. And in 2010, as a matter of fact, this school was designated a Blue Ribbon School of Excellence by the U.S. Department of Education.
And so, Parker, we couldn't do it without volunteers, but this is a tradition that the Chamber has really sponsored for more than 25 years.
It has been a long, long time. This is my 15th. And as a matter of fact, this is only the second time in 15 years I've seen the entire parade.
Well, I'm glad that you've been out here and be able to see it. And we thank you and your staff and all the volunteers who make this happen each and every year.
Well, David, we want to thank you. We want to thank Kathy, who's on our staff, by the way.
Other duties
for the
as
great
assigned.
job y'all have done. And David, of course, you'll be the chairman of our board.
We're looking forward to it.
This is your baptism under fire.
That's right.
Thanks very much for being with us,
Thank you, Parker, very much.
Thank you. Parker, next up, we have the fire truck owned by Tom Scott, who's a volunteer firefighter for over 50 years. He is currently a volunteer firefighter in Oliver Springs and a volunteer photographer for the Oak Ridge Fire Department. He's driving a 1958 American LaFrance fire engine, originally purchased in North Carolina in 1958 and bought at an auction by Tom.
And you know, I'll say right quick, Tom was my college thermodynamics teacher at UT.
Well, there you go. That was a class I never took.
Following Tom is Jordan Henniger, the 2011 TVA&I Fair Princess of the Fair. And behind Jordan is Brooke Clowers, the 2011 Sunburst Preteen Queen. And they were both part of the 53rd annual contest there at the fair in Knoxville.
Really neat, really neat. Next we have, I believe, Central Baptist Church in Oak Ridge. They are going to have some of their youth there walking with the float. We're glad to have them. They are often a participant in this parade.
And behind them is the Tennessee Smokies. They're the AA affiliate of the Chicago Cubs. Their stadium, as many of you know, is off I-40 at the Sevierville exit. You can get the Smokies mobile app so you can keep up with news, scores, and other info on the Smokies. And Currently at the stadium is Shadrack's Christmas Wonderland. It's a drive-through, lights, fully synchronized LED Christmas show and music show.
It is really neat. We took my niece a couple of years ago. It was amazing. This is Hatton Holler Antique Cars, Trucks, and Tractors. They are a private collector and restoration of trucks and tractors. They are driving an original, fully functional 1969 International Harvester 190 cab-over fire truck. Very, very neat. This is going to be the Riding Club, the East Tennessee Riding Club and 4-H Horse and Pony of Anderson County. Their float depicts children from around the world waiting for Santa. The float is followed by riders on horseback from East Tennessee Riding Club of Oak Ridge and other friends and members from Anderson County. Happy to have them. Look at all the horses out there. Very nice. Beautiful, beautiful animals.
Following right behind them is the J.C. Penney Salon. Takes talent, skill, and effort to look this good. So for over 100 years of experience in the beauty industry, they specialize in making you look good. They're riding in a beautiful black Hummer. You know what? That doesn't look like a black Hummer.
They must have changed their minds since they sent us the info.
But you can see them at jcp.com or contact them at their location in the center of Oak Ridge.
Right. Next we have Tim Isbell. He is a candidate for Anderson County mayor. He has a float that's part of his entry that is the Penguin Express. I don't know the Penguin Express, David. I know the Polar Express and I know Happy Feet, but very neat entry, lots of colorful lights on it, and you know, penguins are just cute. You just can't go wrong with penguins.
That's right, and he's one of the 5 entries for the county mayor.
Right.
So for the next 9 months or so, we'll be seeing them lay out their platforms, and we're certainly looking forward to that. That's there's not an incumbent running, so
Right.
It'll be a good race.
Right, it'll be totally new. So. Next entry is the Free Medical Clinic here in Oak Ridge. It is a nonprofit, primarily volunteer-staffed organization offering free medical services to those who live in Oak Ridge or surrounding areas and do not have insurance or cannot afford to pay. You can call 483-3904 for appointment information. That's really a really neat service. Really neat service that's provided by them. Lots and lots of our physicians here in Oak Ridge have volunteered their time to help in that clinic. Just really a great thing for folks who need medical care and can't afford to get it.
Tell you what, Kathy, since we started at 43 degrees, I don't think we're at 43 degrees
I don't think
anymore.
it is either.
Yeah, it's dropped right off.
You want me to check?
Yeah, give us
Let's see. I'll give you a weather update.
Give us
here
a check on that.
On my
We've just got a little bit of a break in the parade, and you know that happens. This is parades kind of ebb and flow throughout the route, and some move a little quicker, some move a little slower, but in the end we all get where we're going. So we're looking for the Oak Ridge Breakfast Rotary Club coming up in just a moment.
We're at 36 degrees. You are correct.
So
it is a little chilly.
I believe that wind has kicked up
Our
a little
children
bit.
who were volunteering out here just a moment ago came in and asked if they could please go into the building because they were cold.
Yeah.
So we've lost some of our help.
Coming just up is the Oak Ridge Breakfast Rotary Club. They are in sight, and they're Tennessee's first breakfast Rotary Club, and they're committed to the values of Rotary International. They work to support our community as an exceptional place to live, work, and raise a family. They support programs to improve literacy, provide clean water, improve health and sanitation, and eradicate polio. You know, one of the big tasks of Rotary is to eradicate polio around the world, and we're close. We're this close, as they say, but we're not there yet.
And one of the people who was key in that was a member of one of the Oak Ridge Rotary
Bill
clubs.
Sargent.
Bill Sargent, who passed away this year. Bill was very key in making that happen, and certainly his legacy will live on long beyond him.
Thank
he
y'all.
just really he really believed in that cause and worked very hard for it, and this Rotary Club is very proud of that.
If you've ever been to Creech Park in Knoxville, downtown Knoxville, there is a statue of Bill Sargent.
Oh, how about that?
In Creech Park.
I did not know that.
Their float is a bookmobile float. It brings attention to the importance of literacy in our community. And while we were sitting here, some of the folks from that float brought us some books.
They did. We have some new books. You can learn how to make the world a better place, and I get to learn about a skeleton of animals.
All right.
We did. Thank you. More books. David and I get to read tonight when we get home.
Right behind them is the Secret City Chrysler Dodge Jeep, and they're a new and used car dealership right across from Methodist Medical Center on the Turnpike. And they have a 2012 Grand Cherokee Overland, a 2012 Dodge Challenger SXT, and a 2012 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport 4x4, and it has been customized by Top Gun.
All right, following them we have Little Leaf Baptist Church, I believe. They are located at 228 Tri-County Boulevard in Oliver Springs. Pastor there is Elder Thomas Dews. They have Sunday school each Sunday at 9:30 and morning worship at 11. They would love to have you join them. They have their youth choir on their float. We're happy to have them as part of our float this year.
And behind them is an entry from the Hot Bagel Company. And if you've been in Oak Ridge and had a bagel, there's none better than a Hot Bagel Company. I tell you, I've been to New York City and Chicago and Washington, but when I come back to Oak Ridge, that's where I get the best bagels.
Huh?
Yep.
Very nice. We've got some other riders participating, riding their horses along the turnpike. It's fun to watch all those beautiful horses as part of the parade each year.
And you know what? I'm beginning to hear the sirens, and that can only mean one thing.
I think you're right. I think maybe there might be somebody important coming. Sometimes when you hear sirens, it means a bad thing. It means something bad is happening somewhere. Sometimes, like at the end of a parade, it means something really, really good is getting ready to happen.
That's right. And I tell you, it's as a kid, I was always excited about that, and to see where Santa would be riding. Would it be in something pulled by horses, or in a fire truck, or something else?
Right.
And we traditionally have him in the bucket truck here in Oak Ridge.
He will be, that's the way I understand he will arrive. Now let me ask you, at your house, well, I have to ask you a really important question.
Yes.
Because as an antique, this is important. Do you still believe in Santa Claus?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Great.
Well, I tell you what, in anticipation of Santa coming down the turnpike, we're going to drop away just for a moment for a short commercial break, and we'll see you back on the other side for the big finale of the parade.
Hello, I'm John Alley Jr., County Commissioner and Anderson County candidate for your property assessor. I'd like to wish everyone in Anderson County a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hey Santa, I've always wanted natural gas logs in my house.
ORUD sells and installs natural gas logs and hearth products.
Santa, I want a natural gas range for Christmas, but how would I get it installed?
ORUD sells and installs natural gas household appliances.
I need a new washer and gas dryer this year, Santa. I just don't know if I'll have enough Christmas money to buy them both.
ORUD offers financing at 0% interest.
My daddy wants a natural gas grill for Christmas. Do you know where we can get a grill?
ORUD.
I always have a lot of family and guests in for the holidays, and I get tired of taking a cold shower.
ORUD sells and installs tankless water heaters for an endless supply of hot water. Oak Ridge Utility District. Comfortable, responsible, natural gas.
I'm Terry Frank, and I'm running to serve as your next county mayor. There'll be plenty of time to talk politics next year. Today is about Christmas. If this season finds you as someone who is in need of a blessing, or if you're able to share blessings, remember the words of the one who told us, "In me you have peace." In the world, There will be tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. Remember the gift of the babe born into Mary this morning we call Christmas.
Looking for that perfect gift? Browse the well-stocked gift shop at Clinton Drugstore for Yankee candles, inspirational figurines and apparel, handbags, purses and carry-alls, volunteer sports-themed cups and merchandise, case knives, and so much more. The gift shop inside Clinton Drugstore is your one-stop shop for birthdays, anniversaries, and any gift-giving occasion. Stop in today.
Clinton Drugstore, the corner drugstore.
Do you have any scrap metal that you need to get rid of? PSC in Rockwood, Harriman, and Knoxville is the place to go. They pay top dollar for aluminum cans as well as copper. Their non-ferrous yard is located on South Front Avenue in Rockwood. Their ferrous yard is located between Rockwood and Harriman. And the Knoxville yard is open on Saturday. For more information or for current prices, call 354-2790 or 882-2720. That's PSC, employing local people and supporting our local schools.
Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm Warren Gooch, and I want to wish you the joy and blessings of this holiday season. This year is particularly special for our servicemen and women who are returning from military duty. Let's offer them a warm welcome home. Let's also remember those families whose loved ones cannot be with them and our neighbors in need as we extend the spirit of holiday giving. May your spirits be uplifted by faith and our Christmas traditions. I hope you enjoy the parade.
Rome Metals Group, we pay top dollar while you pocket many dollars when you bring your aluminum and scrap metal to Rome Metals Group, located in the industrial park between Rockwood and Harriman. If you want to check the latest prices, just call 354-4282. Rome Metals is easy and fast getting in and out with local people owning and operating this facility. And they are open on the 2nd and 4th Saturday, as well as Monday through Friday from 8 to 4:30 p.m. That's your local Rome Metals Group, 354-4282.
Hello, I am Tim Isbell, Anderson County Commissioner and candidate for mayor. At this time of the year, it's nice to pull aside and remember what really matters, the celebration of the birth of Jesus Christ. And remember to keep in your prayers our soldiers and their families that will be a part this holiday. I hope you and your family will have a most joyous Christmas season. God bless and Merry Christmas.
Hello, I'm John Alley Jr., County Commissioner and Anderson County candidate for your property assessor. I'd like to wish everyone in Anderson County a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And we're back at the 2011 Oak Ridge Christmas Parade. And Kathy, it looks like the Neighborhood Watch.
The Neighborhood Watch, such an important organization here in Oak Ridge. Many of our neighborhoods have these. The best way to look out for trouble is to see it in your own neighborhood and report it. If you're interested in starting a Neighborhood Watch organization in your area, contact Officer Jeremy Upham at the Oak Ridge Police Department. He is the primary contact on that, and he can help you get that started.
And right behind them are members of the employees of the Anderson County Highway Department. Gary Long is the superintendent, and he does just a fantastic job. I tell you, there are roads you can tell when you cross the county line because they go from bumpy and rutted to smooth and well maintained. So we appreciate Gary and all he's done for our community.
We do. They often come and participate in this parade, and we're happy to have them as part of that. Sounds like we've got some more fire trucks coming here as part of the parade. You can't have a parade without fire trucks. These are some of our. These are from Oliver Springs. As part of our parade, we're happy to have them. It's hard to hear yourself think.
And you know, the role of the fire department's really changed a lot from just fighting fires to really first responders.
Right.
And we're lucky to have a fire department in Oak Ridge that can be there literally in just minutes.
Yep. Oh, David, I see somebody really, really important here. I see the guy we've all come to look for tonight. Look on top of the bucket truck of the Oak Ridge Fire Department. I see a guy in a red suit. Who do you suppose that
I
could
like
be?
that. And you know what? I think they have moved him back to a pumper this year and given him a rocking chair.
And given him a rocking chair. Outstanding. Outstanding. So yeah, so boys and girls, he's out. He is must be taking a break. Maybe that means he's already loaded the sleigh. I don't know what that means.
I think he just has really good help. And,
he does have good help.
Means he can get away and not worry about the shop.
Yep, yep. So we're just a couple of weeks away now. I get frightened every time somebody gives me a count of how many days because I'm really not quite that up on my Christmas shopping yet. So I'm glad. Maybe Santa would lend me a couple of elves. Do you think that would be possible?
I tell you what, Santa has an excellent escort of firefighters in the front and sheriff and police departments in the back. And you know, we have come to the end of a very successful, wonderfully put together Christmas parade. And again, we'd like to thank M&M Productions USA for making this possible to show in your homes, and for all the volunteers that came out this evening.
And all our sponsors, and thank you, David, for spending your time with me this evening. It's been a great time, and we'll look forward to doing it again.
I enjoyed it, Kathy. We'll see you in 2012.
All right, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.